The stage is a challenge to create the illusion of life interpreted by performers to a live audience. Ako si Paolo Varela. Ubaniko ninyo as we learn from a true world-class Cebuano and his romance with the stage through dance. Be inspired and feel the passion of Nicolas Pacaña. Mabuhi ka, Cebuanon!
Prime ballet danseur Nicolas Pacaña began his love affair with pointed shoes at the age of 14 under Fe Sala Villarica of Cebu City. After studying on scholarship with Patricia Stander in Los Angeles, he made his professional debut with the Honolulu Ballet in 1976. Mr. Pacaña joined the Boston Ballet as soloist and quickly rose to the rank of principal dancer. He became recognized among the finest classical danseurs. Nicolas Pacaña is artistic director of Atlanta Festival Ballet Company and Atlanta Festival Ballet School. He established himself as the lead danseur for the Atlanta Ballet for 11 years, while charming and fascinating audiences with his technical and artistic talents. Mr. Pacaña has performed and taught all over the world.
One of the most outstanding choreographers and performers in the globe, among the finest classical danseurs, a pioneer in the Philippine dance. Our very own, proudly Cebuano, we are very honored to be on stage with Nicolas Pacaña. So, tell us, what started your romance with
in dancing? I never expected that I will be a ballet dancer. Okay. When I was a kid, disco, and then I won a lot of dance contests. And then one day, ang akong sister was asking my mom if I could ask for scholarship for where she was dancing, who is the founder of Ballet Center, Fe Sala Villarica. We call her Madam. So the following day I went, and for some reason, gidawat, and I was almost 14 years old.
14 years old.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, and then from once a week workout becomes twice a week, 3 times a week, and then it becomes every day. And I never thought na mauni ang mahitabo.
So right from the start, it was ballet here.
Not really ballet, it was more disco. And then I got influenced in ballet, so now I'm stuck with ballet.
At the time when you started here, how was ballet in Cebu?
Madame was the only one who had a ballet school and company. There's another school, but Madame Villarica is more into the classical form. So that's what's happening in Cebu. It was, maybe because I have no experience about what ballet is all about. I was just happy na nakasayaw ko. And unexpectedly, ang ballet school sa San Francisco from United States came to Cebu and held audition. And I got accepted because there was an audition, and I was thrilled. And so when they accepted me, of course, paperworks, kung ano saan ang kinahanglan, kunya martial law. So I was really worried nga dili ko maka-emigrate, but somehow, thank God, na nadawat ko, I got accepted to go abroad. So it was a great honor.
So that was the opportunity that gave you the open doors for you.
Exactly. I am very grateful for Madame that she gave me the chance how to experience what ballet is all about.
So right from at a very young age, nagsugod na gid mismo ang imuhang
Passion.
with,
Oh.
with dance. And the challenge of standing out, because more or less you do have to stand out, right?
Yeah,
You have to show your skills.
Yeah.
In that whole time, you were traveling and dancing with different companies. Am I right?
Different companies. Also, because I'm very ambitious. Kanya, magpagarbo sa ta.
But you knew right from the start, even when you were young, bata, pakakabaw na ka na dancing was gonna take
Yeah,
you
I like to
places.
be on stage. I like to be on the limelight, and somehow being guided to become a better dancer, it helps. When I was in States, I don't want to be left behind. I want to be able to be on the top. So in order for me to be the star, I have to work very, very hard on my training. I'm Filipino, so at that time, the right place and the right time, they like Asian dancers. So much more nga makapahambog ta nga I'm very proud being a Filipino.
And this is the world stage we're talking
Yes,
about.
yeah.
All eyes on you, and
Yeah.
you're a Filipino waving that banner.
Yes,
Great.
yes.
Well, how did it feel? Give us a little whirlwind story about sa imuhang world stage, your journey.
When I started, it wasn't always, high. When I immigrated, I realized the competition in dancing is much higher. So I have to really work hard. I started being on scholarship, and money at that time was very tight. So I have to work part-time. I got accepted in a ballet company, Boston Ballet. I was encountered with Rudolf Nureyev, who is a famous Russian dancer. I worked with him for 2 years. I worked with him, and then I ended with him traveling all over the world. I got influenced with Rudolf Nureyev being a noble and a strong classical Russian, and he made the whole world influence that there is a guy dancing with a girl. Because I remember before it's always the girl. And then I met Rudolf Nureyev, and everybody was like, oh, there's a guy. So that was a very good experience for me because I was able to meet great dancers, and then I got influenced working with the former director of Paris Opera, and then I also ended working with the son of the Russian dancer, Mikhail Rogorsky.
You even substituted for Brishnikov.
Yes, I did. Unexpectedly. Parishnikov came in Atlanta because we were based in Atlanta and had a performance. So during the rehearsal time, he re-injured his injury. So he called Atlanta Ballet and asked if you have a dancer that could do the part. So since we are the top dancers in Atlanta Ballet as principals, they asked us if we are willing to do it on the last minute.
So became Don Quixote.
Yeah, they gave us 4 hours notice to dance Don Quixote.
Just 4 hours
Just
before
4
the show.
hours. It was good. It was a very good opportunity for me to be able to at least be next to Parishnikov.
Is there something that you see? I mean, you've been all over the world.
Yeah.
You've seen dancers and how they dance. You did mention earlier while we were talking, and is there something different that you see in a Cebuano dancer?
The Cebuano dancers, I noticed that they're very perfectionists. Maybe because of the lifestyle. I'm not trying to compare Filipino over Americans. Americans' tendency to be very independent. Here we're more nurtured and we are more being kid and we are spoiled in a different way. But we have our lifestyle is so categorized on sadness and happy and ambition. In America, somehow sadness is more secondary for them. They're more into the ambitious and success.
Mas bugat atong experience.
Mas bugat dire kay daghan kaayo ta mga population. I remember before I emigrate, lingaw pa kaayo ang Jones Avenue. Daghan pa kaayong mga kaymito. Unya the transportation is so cheap. It was centavos.
Is there something memorable in the journey that you've had?
Yes.
Something particularly that rises out and clutches you and it took you in, and that's your pinaka favorite moment.
You know what's really interesting? Every classical ballet that I have performed, it was really fulfilling for me and very gratifying. And as I gotten older, I become more sincere and more appreciative of the opportunity to be able to do the role, because I know that one day it's going to end.
But I know you, even until now, you still perform with your students.
Well, this year is going to be my farewell dance, which this coming August, I'm restaging Romeo and Juliet. I'm dancing Romeo for the last time.
You're letting go.
I'm gonna let
You're
it go.
adjusting.
I'm gonna let it go. So I hope that the people in Cebu will come and see it for the last time for me to dance.
Is this going to be the last ever?
This is really it.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
What are the other things now that you've consigned yourself that this August will be the last chance to
Yeah.
wear the white
white legs.
Yes. So what other goals do you intend to have? I mean,
My next goal is really more for the generation. I want to help them as much as possible. Through my experience, I may not have all the answers.
so you're continuing a legacy of your
Yes,
own at the same time
that's
in terms of
exactly-
what you've experienced.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
So that's what brought you back to Cebu.
Exactly.
Specifically to teach.
At first, because my dancing is declining as an athletic, I still wanted to prove it to the Cebuano that I can still dance in order for them to see me what I can do, and slowly slow down and become a mentor to the new generations in dancing.
I beg to differ when you're saying athletic. No, because you still, I hear you still continue to dance and you still continue to jump and lift. the
No,
dancers.
no, it's not the same. It's watered down version.
watered down.
But
Watered down.
but artistically, I can always guarantee you.
Because it's in the heart.
Yeah, it's in the heart. It's in the soul.
It's in the soul.
Yeah.
What do you dream for now that you've basically continued the legacy here in
Yes.
Cebu, and at the same time give into a whole lot of the culture that we have here. What do you dream of ballet here in Cebu?
I'm hoping with help through sponsors, we can have our own company in Cebu. I would like to build a company, and through the help of sponsors and donors, I wanted to be able to continue and make Cebu progress in arts, and that's just where it stands right now.
Talking with your students, I've actually been able to find out more about how you teach them, and you
Correct.
They said that you give them, you compliment them.
Yes,
each time.
yes.
You are the king of pas de deux.
Yes, yeah.
They're very comfortable in partnering with you because you know the technique.
I'm honored.
That's
I'm
very
honored.
great. I mean, coming from your students, they really said that you make them feel worthy.
Yeah.
That's great. And especially with your presence, I mean, you've been all over the globe with dance, and you command a certain level of standard, a high standard, which is
Because dancing is like an illusion. You create magic. So to work with the younger generation, sometimes some of them needs guidance. So since I have the experience, I tend to go lower and get involved with them, and then slowly feed them back in order to increase their knowledge. I think it's their chance. I had my chance. Katong batanon pa ko, all I want is to become a good dancer. As I become mature, I become more aware of my responsibility. It was a big adjustment to become a responsible person. But being responsible person, you become more involved on your responsibility, your commitment, your obligation. So, and then the bottom line, I am a Cebuano. Being Filipino and Cebuano, I'm hoping that in Cebu, with my presence, it will slowly add the artistic ability of the arts in dancing. And I'm hoping, we always hope anyway, but in order for you to succeed, somehow it leads to supports, because with great supports, somehow the art keeps growing.
it flourishes.
It will help, you know. I mean, you can only do so much dancing, and you know, it takes help to be supported to become an artist, and all, you know, to build a company and a dance company, or it could be any, it could be Broadway or drama, things like that. We need supports.
Right now, you are a Garbo sa Cebu awardee. How does it feel that the province of Cebu has actually recognized that? You've had a lifetime of achievement in terms of dance. You've brought a lot of honor not just to the Philippines but to Cebu.
Well, I'm very thankful. I'm grateful. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised because I get caught up with other things to perfect my artistry, and I'm very happy that people are aware of that, and it makes me really feel good and it makes me wanted to continue that desire to support the art.
As a last token to everybody who's watching, especially those who will be inspired with your story, definitely because of the idea that if they have the dance in them, they gotta let it out.
Yes.
They have to let it out. What would be your advice?
I feel that no matter how talented you are, you have to really learn to adjust diplomatically in order to communicate with the community. No matter how aggressive you are as a dancer, it's going to lead you working with other people. And people are human. They have feelings. Think positive, be patient, and be passionate. You have to work on it, and believe me, it will come. And don't forget up there, call it God.
Your life's experiences have showed a lot of the people here in Cebu that it's not just the local stage that we can give our best on, but at the same time, dako kayo ang kalibutan. Especially if you have the ambition and you have the adjustments.
Exactly.
If you can adjust.
Thank you. That's the most important, is learn to adjust and learn to communicate well, because it's important. It's important for us as human beings. Karon kay mga generation are so ambitious and so many choices, and I'm hoping if they have all these choices, they'll be able to pick one and stick to that. Kay usahay lisod man kay dag ako na maglisod ug accomplish kung i-appeal tanan. Kinahanglan do na gyud one direction. Kung dili nila makuha, it's okay. It's okay. They have to move on and do other things. We only live once. And I want to enjoy my years of living by understanding that the generation is doing so well.
You live your life right from the start to the most of what you can.
Exactly.
You try to create a name for yourself, or at the same time create an opportunity for you to live your life.
Yes.
And then you create the legacy there.
Yes.
That's great. That's
Which,
the reason why that's what you were exactly a best example of. Well, thank you so much. sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sir
Thank you
Nicolas,
so much
for having us, and
Yeah.
at the same time for giving me individually an inspirational idea of how great life can be. If you
Yes.
just
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Mabuhi ka.
Mabuhay.
Our lives start on a scaled version of us that takes in all of our experiences and molds us into becoming who we were meant to be. Now, this doesn't happen without perseverance and dedication, but at the same time, it needs the passion to see you through. And even when the winds do come, all we need to do is to be able to adjust, move on. Matud pa ni Sir Nicolas, kinanglan ta to take in all of our experiences and make the most out of our life, not just for ourselves, but for the generations to come. So start building your legacy. Ako si Paulo Varela, mabuhi ka, Cebuano.